and corporate loopholes, such that major corporations year after year pay virtually zero in federal income tax because they're stashing their money in the Cayman Islands. Yes, I do believe there must be a tax on Wall Street speculation. So we pay for this by demanding that the wealthiest people and the largest corporations who have gotten away with murder for years start paying their fair share. We haven't come up with an exact number yet, but it will not be as high as the number under Dwight D. Eisenhower, which was 90%. But it will be. I'm not that much of a socialist compared to Eisenhower. But we are going to end the absurdity, as Warren Buffett often reminds us.
That's right.
That billionaires pay an effective tax rate lower than nurses or truck drivers. That makes no sense at all. There has to be real tax reform, and the wealthiest and large corporations will pay when I'm president. We're going to win because first we're going to explain what democratic socialism is.
Well, I don't know if that it means anything different than democratic values in the sense of fair opportunity for all.
We are already a socialist country. I have Social Security. You have Social Security. We already have that in place.
A greater redistribution of wealth such that the income that's coming in isn't already funneled into those channels where the channel's already the biggest.
Democratic socialism, in my mind at least, is just good capitalism. I think a lot of people don't realize just how socialist America is in some ways, and how socialism can help our country like it's helped some European countries.
Well, I'm not afraid of that label at all. I think a lot of it actually defines who we are as Democrats.
Social Security, Medicare, Voting Rights Act, all of those things have been out there specifically to look after the weakest Americans. That's all democratic socialism is, and anyone who tells you that they're not a democratic socialist doesn't understand what that really means.
We ask you to join us in observing a moment of silence.
This country will rid our planet of this barbarous organization called ISIS.
It cannot be contained, it must be defeated.
Radical Islam, is that a phrase you don't?
I think that you can talk about Islamists who clearly are also jihadists.
I was in Burlington, Iowa, and a mom of a service member of ours who served 2 duties in Iraq said, "Governor O'Malley, please don't use the term boots on the ground. My son is not a pair of boots on the ground."
The invasion of Iraq led to the massive level of instability we are seeing right now. I think that was one of the worst foreign policy blunders in the modern history of the United States.
I, know that Senator Sanders had a different vote than I did when it came to giving immunity to gun makers and sellers. That was a terrible mistake.
So whenever we come
Governor, you're breaking the rules.
I think we need to stop taking our advice from economists on Wall Street and start taking advice.
Well, when we talk about Wall Street,
economists.
Wall Street's a good issue to talk about.
How do you convince voters that you're going to level the playing field when you're indebted to some of its biggest players?
Well, I think it's pretty clear that they know that I will.
So what'd you think of her answer?
Not good enough. Why do they make millions of dollars of campaign contributions? They expect to get something. Everybody knows that.
I represented New York on 9/11. When we were attacked, where were we attacked? We were attacked in downtown Manhattan, where Wall Street is. I did spend a whole lot of time and effort helping them rebuild. That was good for New York. It was good for the economy.
I'm not that much of a socialist compared to Eisenhower. I was sick and tired of Hillary Clinton's email. I am still sick and tired of Hillary Clinton's email. I think the president is trying to do the right thing. And what he's trying to do is put together a coalition of the Western democracies along with the Muslim nations to destroy ISIS while at the same time making sure that we're not involved in a perpetual war in the Middle East. My own view is that the major issue that we have right now is to destroy ISIS. And I think we've got to work towards